Hello, I'm so honored you take a few minutes to spend with me today, and I just want to lift up the power of the Word of God in our lives and how awesome it is. You know, it is very powerful, but Jesus let us know that much of its effectiveness is determined by the condition of our hearts and our attitude towards the Word of God. He compares in Luke chapter 8 the Word of God to seed which a man just scatters. He broadcasts it. God's just scattered his seed upon the earth. But its effectiveness will be determined by the condition of the hearts of the people on which the seed lands. And Jesus compares the different conditions of the human heart to being soil. And so in Luke chapter 8, I want to start reading in verse 11. Now this is the parable. The seed is the word of God, and those who beside the road are the ones who have heard. Then the devil comes and takes away the word from their heart, so they will not believe and be saved. Those are on the rocky soil are the ones, when they hear, receive the word of God with joy, and yet these do not have a firm root. They believe for a while, and in a time of temptation they fall away. And the seed which fell among the thorns, these are the ones who have heard, and as they go on their way, they are choked by worries, riches, and pleasures of this life, and they bring no fruit to maturity. But the seed of the good soil, these are the ones who have heard the word with a good and virtuous heart, and hold it firmly, and produce fruit with perseverance. So why do we receive the word of God? Why do we even read it? Why is it important to us? Jesus says some of the soils of our heart is like seed that falls on the road, and it comes of no effect. And the birds, which represent the devil, just come and eat the seed, and they never get saved. The word of God produces no fruit. Then there are some who receive the word of God with joy, and that's like the word that falls on soil where there's some moisture. But when the sun comes up, and that means when temptation comes, they quickly fade away, and the word of God is not effective. Then there are some where the word of God comes into their hearts, and it has a great effect, but just for a little while. Because the thorns of this life, which are worries and cares, or the distractions of riches, or just pleasure seeking, end up choking out the word of God. So it lasts for a little while, but no long-term effects. But then Jesus said there's the good hearts. And who are they? They're the ones who hold on to the word of God. They're the ones that meditate on it. They go over and over it and over it again. If temptation comes and they're tempted to walk away in unbelief, they don't let it happen. They don't let themselves get distracted because they love and treasure the word of God more than anything else. And then those are the kind of hearts, when the seed of the word of God lands in their hearts, it produces all kinds of fruit. So I pray that for myself today and for you. Let's hold on to the word of God. Don't ever give up. Don't ever let it get choked. Don't ever let the heat get to be so strong that it withers and fades away. But have a virtuous heart today, so that when the word of God is read, when we meditate on it, it produces great fruit.